He put a shock collar on my dog for fun, so I made sure electricity became his worst nightmare. I don't forgive people who hurt animals, especially not my own, especially not Bandit. He was a rescue with one ear that never quite matched the other, a single bright eye, and a tail that wagged as if he could make up for every bad thing in the world. Loud noises, sudden movements, even his own shadow could make him cower. But with me, he felt safe. He'd curl up on my chest, heartbeat syncing with mine, and watch TV like he knew exactly who the villain was. Then came Darren, my roommate's cousin. He was supposed to crash on our couch for a week, but that turned into 3 months. He had that unsettling smile you see on people who never blink, the kind who call your dog it and ask, does it bite, while spinning a taser between their fingers. Bandit sensed it immediately. The first time Darren walked in, Bandit hid under the table, growling at trouble he could already smell. It started subtly. Bandit didn't want to go outside, whimpered at shadows in the hallway, and jumped whenever the toaster popped. Then I found it. Not just any shock collar, Bandit's own collar, rewired and hooked up to a garage door battery. The remote was buried under a cushion, and there was Darren, clicking it like he was flipping through TV channels. Chill out, he told me. It's just a little zap. Dogs hardly notice. I didn't say a word. I just knelt down beside Bandit, who was shaking and trying to hide behind me. That night, I didn't sleep. I watched Darren. When he finally passed out, shirtless and drooling, remote still on the table, I made myself a promise. If he liked electricity so much, I'd make sure he got plenty. Step 1. Gentle reminders. I swapped out the rubber handles on his dumbbells for thin copper tubing, connected to a 9V battery. The first lift, he got a tingle. By the 10th, his muscles cramped. He blamed static. I called it karma. The next day, I replaced the metal drain in his shower with a wire linked to the faulty bathroom light. When he pulled the chain, the bulb fizzled and sent 120 volts through the water. He sprang out, yelping, a blister forming on his heel. From the hallway, Bandit wagged his tail. Step 2. Consequences. Darren made money collecting e-scooters. I made a fake recall sticker. Battery fire risk. Use insulated gloves. I stuck it on every charger in the garage, then swapped one cord's ground for a paperclip fuse. When he plugged it in, the transformer exploded. Blue sparks, melted plastic, and a spray of burns across his arm. He didn't go to the hospital. Couldn't afford it. I left a dog cone on the table. Human-sized. Message clear. Step 3. Pavlov's revenge. I wired the living room outlets to a remote relay, same frequency as Darren's shock collar remote. Every time he tried to zap Bandit, his gaming PC shut off. Files corrupted, rankings lost. Bandit flinched once, confused. The PC died 4 times. Darren quit using the remote. I started clicking it at random, making lights flicker and speakers hiss. He began taping over outlets. Bandit slept soundly for the first time in weeks. Step 4. Direct feedback. It was time for something stronger. I bought a cattle prod at an auction. Legal 2000 volts battery powered. I filed off the serial number and painted it black. I left it in Darren's trunk. One night while he was out cold, I zip-tied his wrist to the handle, taped the trigger down, and wired the electrodes to a kitchen timer set for 3 a.m. I locked my door, hugged Bandit, and waited. The sound was unmistakable. His screams cut through the walls. The prod fired over and over into his palm, muscles seizing, urine pooling. 30 seconds later, it was over. He tore it off, only to see the remote duct taped to his ankle, blinking red, no battery, just a message. Step 5. The last lesson. Darren packed his things. I offered him a ride to the station. My car was prepped for one final shock. I swapped the seat heater fuse for a 30-amp nail. 10 minutes in, the seat grew warm, then hot, then sent a jolt straight through him. He screamed, kicked open the door, and rolled onto the gravel. I tossed his suitcase after him, the collar remote on top. Low voltage, I said. You barely feel it. I drove away. In the rear view, he lay in the dirt, clutching his burned backside while Bandit grinned in the passenger seat. Darren moved back to his parents' place. No outlets in his room, solar lanterns only. I hear he still jumps when the microwave beeps. Bandit? He sleeps belly up now, dreaming peaceful, shock-free dreams. And me? I pet my dog, flip the breaker back on, and smile as the house hums to life again. He hurt an innocent soul for fun, so I made sure pain followed him, step for step.